Alright folks, we had a little bit of a cooler snap here before summer sets in, and I decided to get out here and on a friend's place, and I set up a little camp here next to a pond, and I'm wanting to do some 18th century coarse fishing. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I finally got the chance. So like I said, I'm out here on a friend's place, and I'm going to be fishing a pond. It's got mostly bass in it. It's a little overpopulated, and so most of them are just pretty small, but they're hungry, so I figured this would be a good place to come try out the 18th century fishing. Real quickly, I'm going to kind of show you my kit and what I'm using. This was kind of spur of the moment, so I didn't have the chance to buy. I wanted to get online and buy an actual fishing kit, you know, hand forged hooks, stuff like that, but I didn't have time, so I just kind of made my own. I bought this rod, this bamboo pole, just a cheapie from Walmart. And I'm gonna get stuff together here, and I'll kind of show you what I'm doing here. Okay, hopefully you can see this. What I've got is my bamboo rod, and then I took some waxed linen thread or string, and I just tied it to the end here. But I left a piece to tie further back here, in case the tip breaks. You know, if I was to latch onto a bigger fish, this tip would break. I've still got it tied back here. Now if you have, I would suggest if you have enough string to come all the way back to the handle where your hand, you know, will be on it. That way if the pole breaks in half or something, you still got your string. So what I've done is I've taken the string, and then at the end I made a little loop, and then I tied a piece of sinew for like a leader on the end. This is actually the fake sinew, and I just took a strand and divided it in half to make it a little thinner, and that's where I attach my my hook on the end. And I'll show you more about how I tie the hook on here in a minute. And then up from the hook a little ways, I have attached a piece of swan shot that I had cut halfway through and then clamped on the leader here, or the ground line, and that's my weight. And that's all I'm going to be using. I've got some worms in a gourd that I had cut and used for a container to contain my bait in, and that's pretty much it. I'll show you my my kit here in a second and how I tie these hooks on. Okay guys, so what I've got here is just a little tin, and I've got some more of my my wax linen thread. I've got a little cork here in case I want to use a float, or in modern language a bobber, some extra hooks, and some more of the swan shot that's split in half. Now I'll try to show you how I tie these hooks on, and I brought a bigger hook so that I could show you a little better on camera how I tie these. The way I tied mine on, there's a couple ways to do it. Take your hook, and just put it lengthwise on the shank, then put a half hitch in it, bring it back, tighten it up, and then another half hitch. If I can get it here, this is kind of awkward. You just keep putting half hitches all the way up this shank And what happens is when you get up there, then the more pressure you put on, the more that tightens up. Supposedly this method dates back to 1700 in France. You just keep doing that all the way up, and that's how I tie it on. You can even use a hook that doesn't have a spade on the end. Mine does, and it's better too if you can. So that's how I tie my hooks on. Anyway, there it is, guys. Very simple. Very simple fishing kit there, and I'm gonna ease on down here to the water, and we'll see what we can catch. Yes! Finally! Finally caught one. Finally starting to bite. Awesome. Well guys, as you can see, it works. They're not biting as good as they used to, as they normally do, but it's a little different with these cane poles. But it's starting to get dark here, so I'm gonna, I think, wrap it up and go back to camp, start me a fire, and get some tea or coffee on. So I'll see you guys back at camp. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. It was kind of a quick slap together video. Seems like it's always that way when you're busy. So anyway, I ended up catching 3 fish. It took a while, but finally got some. So just a very simple method. There's a lot of period images of people using poles. I think it was a pretty popular way to fish. So if you get a chance, get out and try it. It's a lot of fun. Till then, we'll see you on the next one.